March of 1943, I turned 18. And in April, I went down to HMCS York in Toronto, living in Toronto at the time. And I went to York to join up. I was working at Dunlop Tire at the time. And they said, no, we don't need you. We don't have enough ships for the people we have. So then I said, well, my father was in the Navy. And I said, well, I'd like to join the Navy. Well, okay, you wait till you get your Army call-up. Take your medical. And then if you pass, come back and we'll accept you. Well, that was November 1943. And I went in, I passed, of course. And I went back and they said, okay, sign here. I was at home for Christmas, 43. New Year's Eve, I had to phone home because I was standing duty watch with a rifle on my shoulder at HMC at York, which is in the exhibition grounds in Toronto at that time, the old automotive building. So then I was in the Navy. After 2 months basic training, in March, we went down to Digby, Nova Scotia, and from there over to HMCS Cornwallis for mechanical training, what they call the MTE, Mechanical Training Establishment. There they told us all about boilers, evaporators, all this type of thing for getting rid of the salt out of the water. Then I got a strep throat. They put me into the hospital. My gang that I was with from Toronto and everything else all got shipped out and I was in the hospital. They all went on coastal patrol on Fair Miles. So they put me back in another class. So then a month later, I got shipped to St. John's, Newfoundland. Now, when you went to St. John's, Newfoundland, you were there for a year. You were there to replace people, like the sailors out on duty. The ships come in, you relieve them of their duties. We went aboard, we cleaned boilers, swept down the stacks, squeegeed oil tanks, lousy jobs, and they all had to be done. But then I got into the sports office. On the Lady Rodney was a cargo ship. This is what they sent us from Halifax to St. John's on. We were only out 4 or 5 hours, and I wandered up to the bow. I'm watching us break the water. There was a Corvette off to our port bow, escorting us. And I'm looking down, must have breathing the water, and all of a sudden this torpedo shoots by the bow. Boy, my heart went up in my throat. I was going to yell out, and it jumped. It was a big porpoise. You should see the size of this fish. When it's just below the water, of course, it's magnified, right? So this thing looked about 10 feet long. It could only be about 6, I guess. But it was a big porpoise. But that was the only scare I had the whole time in the Navy. But I thought that's what it was, really, because I'm looking for periscopes all over the place. They gave me jobs to do. Squeegeeing down oil tanks. You could put rubber boots on it, a sou'wester, and boy, that stinks. Well, I was engineering captain's messenger for a while. That was very interesting. I had a chauffeur. Well, we weren't allowed to drive in Newfoundland because they drove on the opposite side of the street. In fact, the first day there, I almost got killed because I stepped off and I looked left and the guy was coming from the right. I found out in a hurry, and that was interesting. I worked in a foundry. The cupola, I used to have to get in there. I used to break up cast iron. We used to make flame rings for ships. Like when the burner comes on, then it spreads the heat out, and then it went up. We had Yarrow boilers. They had a steam drum on top and 2 what they call mud drums, or water drums in the bottom, and then there was 1,050 tubes that joined in, and the heat went through and up through those tubes and up the stack. That's the way those boilers work, and you could get steam up in 2 hours easy at that time. I did a little bit of everything, yeah.